Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Some extra space following the display of power down just inside the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mecole Hardman, 43 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. They'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Flacco. Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Again, it's Pacheco.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Check pass. Shoot! Right. Under 10, 10.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 6. I'm scared. Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Boswell's kick is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Flushed out right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating off play action. Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Puka Nacua, 63 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A give right side for Pacheco to about the 26 here.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This is 2nd and 8. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. Down right around the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Ellington. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Flacco. And incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some.
Here's a diving catch right side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he's going to go for it all.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Puka Nacua
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Browns are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Wide, get wide.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 14.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Whew.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Guys, it's game situation, let's go. Check safety, check safety. Check right now. Check 26, check 26. Check.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Flacco off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force the incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Mike 6, Mike 6. Go. Go. Mike 6. Mike 6. And let's get this. Give us 50. Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
That is caught.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Rodgers again now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Here's Pacheco once again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Metcalf motions left.
Tighten
A run by Pacheco on second down.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Rodgers directing traffic. Going to change the play.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mike 6. Mike 6. I'm coming after you. Mike. I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Got stopped. Would have liked the touchdown, but hey, field goal gives you the lead, and let your defense do the work.
The one thing to keep in mind, though, the field goal is not automatic. You've got to make sure you protect your kicker here so you don't have a block, which turns into a big play. But you're exactly right. Kick it, rely on your defense. This is the proper play here in this situation.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Now a 2nd and 6.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
2nd and 7. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Flacco. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Flacco.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Ellington. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, they run with Ellington. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Look at the big man rumble.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And not liking the look, they'll change the play. Now Flacco. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Flacco. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Pressure mounting. Flacco. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Hey, 25 for Mike. We'll go 25 for Mike. It's outfield.
Flacco to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. And fortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd down.
Flacco. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
Setting to throw. Flacco.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he'll take this for